Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Friday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk everything Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes the greatness of Sidney Crosby grows as Canada wins the Four Nations Face-Off Championship, the Pittsburgh Pirates actually made a good free agent signing, and the Pirates don't know who to put at first base. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. The greatness of Sidney Crosby grows as Canada wins the Four Nations Face-Off Championship. Regardless of the outcome, all I can say is wow, what a hockey game that was. After 10 long years with no best-on-best hockey competition, last night, Canada and the United States tore the house down in the Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. As you would expect, the game was tightly contested throughout the night. Through the first two periods, Canada and the US traded goals in each frame and then played extremely conservative hockey in the third. The game then went to 5-on-5 overtime, where both teams played fast and loose. The US had a handful of chances to end it, but couldn't find Twine, and then they made the deadly sin of leaving Edmonton Oilers forward Connor McDavid alone in the high slot to bury the game winner. Alright, let's start with the United States. I thought this was a very well-coached tournament by Penn's head coach Mike Sullivan. Sure, there were a couple questionable decisions, like sitting Winnipeg Jets forward Kyle Connor last night, but there was more to like than hate. Sullivan guided Team USA to a 2-0 1-1 record, kept the group performing well through key injuries to Charlie McAvoy and Matthew Tkachuk, not to mention all the other players who sat at home, and took a star-studded Team Canada to overtime when the officials clearly weren't on their side. After all that, I'm still proud to be an American, and I feel a renewed sense of pride that Mike Sullivan is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, let's just get the Pens to start performing like that, right, Sully? One more thing, I hope Team USA made you proud, Johnny. We didn't forget you, and we miss you. As for Canada, last night's game can be boiled down into these three statements. Goaltender Jordan Binnington turned into prime Carey Price in overtime. Must be a Boston thing with him. Connor McDavid had his 2010 Crosby golden goal moment, and Penguins captain Sidney Crosby is immune to losing. That's pretty much the only thing taking the sting out of last night's loss for me, seeing Sid hoist another trophy. Honestly, I knew the game was over when I saw him giving this look before the opening puck drop. One thing that this tournament proved was that Crosby is still one of, if not the best players in the NHL. He tied McDavid for most points on Team Canada with 5, improved his record when wearing a Team Canada jersey to 48-6 all-time, and now adds a Four Nations trophy and medal to his mile-long Hall of Fame resume. Also, what a class act he was, passing the trophy to Brad Marchand and Drew Doughty first, who were with him on the 2010 Olympic gold medal team. Even though I rooted against Canada the past few weeks, I couldn't be happier for Sid because he deserves it. Just please don't be too worn down for these Pens games. Lastly, I want to give huge kudos to the NHL for how magnificent this tournament was. Coming off the two biggest American sporting events in the Super Bowl and the Daytona 500, all anybody and their mother could talk about was the Four Nations Face-Off. This was the most compelling, entertaining, uniting, emotional, whatever word you want to use, sporting event in at least a decade. Whatever preconceived expectations this tournament had were shattered almost immediately, and what these last amazing 10 days did was leave us craving more. I think I speak not just for the hockey community, but for the entire sports world as a whole when I say that the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, Italy cannot come soon enough. Bravo, NHL, bravo. Now we snap back to reality as the NHL regular season still has 2 months to go. The Penguins will kick off the return to league play with back-to-back home games versus divisional rivals this weekend. It will be Pens and Capitals tomorrow at 3 p.m. and then Pens and Rangers on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. The Pittsburgh Pirates actually made a good free agent signing. We all knew, like every Pittsburgh Pirates offseason, that the Bucs were going to do most of their shopping in February, but they actually just made a decent free agent signing. Now, let me clarify that this isn't some upcoming season-altering addition, but still, it's a quality MLB player coming in, which has been ultra rare to say this offseason. Last night, fan-sided MLB insider Robert Murray was the first to report that the Pirates have signed left-handed starting pitcher Andrew Heaney. Later reports confirmed that Heaney was signed to a one-year $5.25 million contract with performance-based incentives that could take it up to $6 million. In 2024, the 33-year-old started 31 games for the Texas Rangers, receiving a 5-14 record with a .428 ERA, a .125 WHIP, 159 strikeouts to 41 walks, in an even 160 innings pitched. Don't let that record fool you, as in 2023, Heaney went 10-6 when the Rangers won the World Series, and over the past 3 seasons combined, he has an above-league average 4 ERA and 420 strikeouts in 380 innings pitched. Murray also reported that the Pirates are signing Heaney after they tried to seek a reunion with former Bucks left-handed starting pitcher Jose Quintana, who is the top pitcher remaining on the free agent market. I would have been happy if the Bucks brought Quintana back, like I'm happy about signing Heaney right now, but I have to cautiously ask, why Cherington? You're throwing him into a loaded pool of starting pitching with Paul Skeens, Jared Jones, Mitch Keller, Bailey Falter, Johan Oviedo, Bubba Chandler, and so on and so forth. Is someone hurt? Is someone getting traded? Did one of those guys change positions to first base, seeing how you refuse adding an everyday guy there? I hate doing this after you finally made a good move, but come on, you can't blame me for thinking there's a catch. If this was a legit move to make the team better, congratulations and keep it up. But if there is more to this going on behind the scenes, then please don't ruin it by doing something stupid. Anyways, I wonder how long it will take before we see Heaney in the black and gold for the first time, with spring training games beginning this weekend. Just like the Penguins, the Pirates have back-to-back games this weekend, going against the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow at 1:05 p.m., and then the Minnesota Twins on Sunday, also at 1:05 p.m. A Bucks and Pucks weekend. Man, I've missed saying that. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Andrew Heaney. And finally, the Pirates don't know who to put at first base. Speaking of first base, it looks like the Bucks are not going to add an outside replacement for Spencer Horwitz, so pretty much any player that isn't locked into another position is taking reps over there. Instead, videos at Pirate City show that besides a few naturals at the position in Jared Triolo and Billy Cook, the Pirates have been tinkering putting prospect second baseman Nick York and utility man Adam Frazier at first as well. With Horwitz uncertain to be ready to start the season, get ready to painfully watch one of those four be the Bucks' opening day first baseman. They could have done the funniest thing and brought back first baseman Rowdy Tellez, but he's heading to the other side of the country right now. Oh, how great that would have been. 2 other notes from Bradenton yesterday are that Pirates' second overall top prospect and top position player prospect shortstop Connor Griffin continues to make a strong impression at spring training, hitting a home run in a live bullpen session, and utility man Billy Cook has given his number 28 to new left fielder Tommy Pham and will now wear number 25, last worn by shortstop Alika Williams. Again, we may see some of these guys in action this weekend, starting tomorrow against the Baltimore Orioles at 1:05 p.m. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Friday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here on Monday with some more Pittsburgh sports news.